Hello everyone and welcome to another advice video with me. So I still have no idea what I'm going to call these advice videos, so until then I'll just say advice from this guy. So yeah, this is advice from this guy. And now my advice for you for this week is that I highly suggest, through personal experience and otherwise, which I'll get into later, stick with what you're gonna do. So, like, what I mean by this, I'm not going to say that, like, if you have a bad habit, stick with it, because that's not a good thing. But, like, if you make a commitment and you put a lot of energy into it, see it through to the end, even if it does take, like other things come up, it makes it inconvenient, but I think you should still stick with it. The reason why I say this is because I have this really awesome event that's going on Wednesday that I'm plugged at least 500,000 times on my Facebook. I've been doing it every single day today, so yeah, I'm very used to that every single day thing, as you all know. But anyway, so I have been posting about it every day, and there have been a lot of minor things that have come up that have made it more challenging, and then a few major things that have made it really hard to keep it all organized, keep it together, make it so it's actually a charity event that'll be somewhat profitable for the charity and not just like a huge time sink where we have to spend like $200 on this and then another $100 on this and so on and so forth. Yeah, is no good. Oh, speaking of which, this is a side note, but this area that I'm in right here is where we will be doing a well, it'll be split up a little bit, but this is also going to be the place where we have our charity gaming event on this Friday, so that'll be awesome. I was just up here kind of checking out the venue, working on some homework, because, you know, that's fun. So yeah, you probably couldn't really see that book, but it was my psychology book, which I'm going to get into right now as well. So what kind of inspired me to make this video right now? So there's this guy in the psychology book that I'm reading. It's all about, like, the book's all about, like, stress management and things like that. There's this guy who, he was doing studies on the effects of, like, the correlation between stress and how disease affects you because of stress. Because apparently, like, 90% of disease is caused by stress, or at least that's what people say. So there is that. But he was trying to do a, like, positive correlation, consistent, like, concrete data that showed, hey, this is, like, how it works, rather than just the idea of, like, it being a thing, you know? So he had taken so long, and, like, there'd been no results that were concrete. There were correlations, and there were things that showed, hey, there seems to be a general trend between this and this. We don't know why, but that's how it is. So he worked on that for, I believe it was 10 or 12 years. He worked on these studies that, like, all different array of ideas on how stress and your personal health, like, how they were correlated with each other and how we could, like, concretely graph that, or like something along those lines. He stuck with it for like 12 or so years. Actually, no, I think it was 10. It was for like 10 years or something like that, which takes some serious dedication, because every day he would just, like, wake up, try to figure out, like, new ways to figure out the problem, like to figure out how stress and health were related, and, like, how diseases occur and stuff like that. He worked on that for 10 years with nigh any, like, concrete success. It was a long time before he actually had, like, any real concrete data or, like, anything that showed a positive trend between the two variables. But over time, it's very interesting, because now he's one of the more, I don't know if prominent would be the proper word, but he's well regarded in his field because of how much time he took to get into it, and because at last, I want to say it was after 12 years, after 12 years, he finally got, like, the hit where it's just like, yes, this is how, like, there's some sort of data that says that there's a relationship between them. It's still not like 100% concrete or anything, but now like it can be universally, or not universally, funded by like universities for research and things like that. And it's so interesting because like, well, I guess inspiring would probably be the proper term. It's so inspiring because he worked on the same thing for years without any success, with none whatsoever. Well, I won't say whatsoever because I don't know exactly how it all went down because, again, all I'm doing is reading this book. But still. So he worked on this thing for years and he had nary any, like, concrete success. But he stuck with it. And it was something that he believed in. So after all that time, it took him forever, but he finally got what he wanted. He finally, like, has motivation, or not more motivation. He had a ton of motivation to be able to get it done, apparently, because he was able to stick with it for so long. But he finally got, like, momentum. That's the word I'm looking for. He finally got this momentum. He found something, and it's finally, like, sort of coming to fruition. I'm not sure how long ago this, like, breakthrough study was, but he finally has, like, this concrete direction for all of his psychology stuff, and like it evolved over time, and that's no big deal because that's how theories work. It's not going to be what your first idea was, and if it is, then surprise, that pretty much never happens. But even though it's like organic and some of the factors of the study changed, it didn't change what his goals were with it. And he still ended up finding like the relationship, or at least somewhat of a relationship, between stress and your own personal health. And I find it incredible the level of persistence that man has, because like I've just been putting this event together over this past month, right? The one that's going on Friday, 24-hour gaming event. So I've been working on that for just about a month, and I almost got to the point where I was just like, okay, we need to scale this down. We need to not do this, not do that, and things like that. And I know it wouldn't have been nearly as satisfying if we weren't able to do that. And I knew it in the back of my mind, and I just thought, this will make it easier. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But because of, well, first and foremost, because it's for charity, and it's like beneficial not towards me, but to other people, it really gave me a lot of strength to keep moving forward with the idea and try to make it as big as I can, honestly. Like, be able to make it a success in my eyes, which is going to be a success in my eyes regardless, but I want to see just how much of a change that I can make with this event. And also, this is very much a learning experience, so I feel it's a little bit more experimental. Never done anything like this before, so depending on how this goes, I think I might end up doing another one next semester, and Taylor and I have both shown interest in doing that, so we'll see about that. So yeah, I'd be really excited about that, and it's all about the change that you do. So I think that my advice for you guys is when something like this occurs, like if you have a goal and there are roadblocks in front of it, you kind of need to find where you can stem your motivation from. So like for me, I was more motivated because it's not like the benefit isn't just for me, because like a benefit for me, that's awesome. This is going to be great on the resume, things like that. And playing games with my friends, that's cool too. But I could have done that without having to worry about all these people. The thing that really got it to me was that because of all these people who will be involved, it's significantly more likely that we'll raise a lot more money for the event, and that it'll make a much larger impact than merely a few people like myself, Taylor, a few of our friends getting together and doing it. I am simply amazed by it, and I am very proud of what it has become, and I can't thank Taylor enough because he's also been one of the driving forces for me to be able to keep this together. So yeah, my advice for you guys is that you have to find where you can get your motivation from. Just find it, whatever it is, and run with it. It might not always be a super practical idea, but if it's something that you think will make a big difference, and if you have motivation for it, just go and do it. Now, I added go in there, that way Shia LaBeouf didn't show up, because I already talked about that last time. Maybe one of these days it will show up, but I'm not going to do it today. So yeah, side note aside, Just find your motivation, and that's how you can always keep going. And this isn't just for like projects that you do. It could be for your homework, like having a group study where everybody keeps themselves accountable with being able to finish homework. Or like it could be just, let's see, it could be like with events that you want to plan together, like what I have. It's in anything, honestly. Anything you could possibly do. Like a workout routine. There's a great example. Having a workout buddy for a workout routine helps you so much. I cannot tell you, because I did not work out yesterday, and I feel sad about that. But, well, I did work out, but it wasn't as much, so I don't know. It kind of counts. But I didn't do what I wanted to do, and it sucks because I'm the only one who's accountable for it. Now I've put it on social media, so I don't really care. But anyway, you guys are a motivating force to me as well, because you guys give response back to my videos. You guys tell me, yo, I like this, yo, I don't like this, and it's just great. I mean, I love it. It helps motivate me to make better videos, and hopefully come Christmas time I can work on getting a better camera, things like that. Finances are really tight right now. I was about to say today. No, finances are really tight right now, so I can't really afford it right now, but we're seeing what we can do. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I hope that I can help however I can to be a motivational force for you, support you in anything that you're doing. I know that I tried to do that for some of my fellow YouTubers, be like, yo, this is so cool. If there's anything I can help you with, like filming or anything like that, please tell me. Or like if you want to collaborate with me so that we can make like different ideas for our videos. I think that's awesome. That's one of the best things. So whatever your motivational force is, you have to find it for yourself, or you have to be lucky enough for somebody else to come along and be that motivational force for you. So, yeah, not sure if the idea entirely got across, but I like what I said in this video, so I'm gonna go with it. Yay, this one's not gonna get deleted like the past 2 cuts that I had of this. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a great day. That's kind of wrap up for my advice video. If you have any questions about it, put it in the comments below. I always love to answer those. I don't get a ton of them on my channel because it's kind of itty bitty tiny. But on the upside, I now have 24 subscribers, which is awesome. I'm so happy because like I got one of them. I don't know who it is, but I got one of them just today, and I'm just like, dude, you're cool. You're awesome. Yeah. So whoever that one subscriber is, thanks. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and this is CJ signing off, and as always, keep smiling. See ya.